our bone. See if we go to the channel so I can hear if I need to, or see your chats. I think unfortunately that this is gonna be the view. Let me turn down the fan one. It's wobbling. Yeah, that might be Sandy actually wobbling it. It is Sandy. Come on. Go lay down in your bed. Or bring the bone somewhere else. Glorious day of gaming. Never stop. Alright, I kicked the bone out. Hopefully, oh, she brought it back in. She's bringing it to her bed though, so it might not be. Oh. Jesus. Okay, so she's gonna be as loud as possible, it seems. Okay, it's been a while, so I was trying to like fan through the rule book real quick, but I think we can start reading some of the lore. Yeah, so this is the storybook. We're gonna be playing Haunted Mountain, which I've not played yet. So we got this board. Well, basically, here's what it shows us. So, using the storybook, there's stories and scenes, chapters, special rules. Yeah, okay. So, we'll read the little flavor on the back. I know, she's going fucking nuts. Of course, she brings it, she's directly under the camera, so it's as loud as it could possibly be. You got no respect. Sandy, you got no respect. Alright, it says a restless wind howls and wuthers around the bare rocks, raising flurries of snow and dislodging small stones, and scree. But not every such disturbance is the wind. So that's our little flavor text. Got a little bit more flavor text right here. You must simply catch the fiend in the sack, which is no easy task, I can assure you. That's from Erhardt. Alright, Haunted Mountain, based on a story by Robert E. Howard. So, basically what these storybooks show you is this. I have a little delayed, so I can't tell if I'm pointing it at the camera right. Let's see. Come on, delay, let's go! Yeah, that's good enough. Okay, so it shows you the miniatures that you need. It also shows you the map tiles you need. So I've got all that stuff pulled out. And then we're going to jump right into Chapter 1A, a story. This is what a story page looks like. So we're not going to be setting up any map tiles or anything. We're just going to use the book. Alright, a ghost town. Sandy, I love you, Bubba, but my goodness. You chose the loudest thing you could be doing right now. She's like, that's a cry for attention. Dad. Let me move these over here so you can see that. Okay. A ghost town. Hold on. Sandy, why don't you take that out to the to your bed? Whatever. Okay. You might just have to deal with the dog. The dog noise. It's added horror noises. Alright, a ghost town. Solomon Kane continues his travels through the Black Forest. One gray morn in early winter. My God. I don't know if I can do it. Let me see if I can get her to go into the other room. 1 sec. Oh, they're not bad to you? Okay, good. They're really bad to me. But if it's not bothering you, it's not going to bother me. Okay. Solomon Kane continues his travels through the Black Forest. One gray morn in early winter, he comes to a village at the foot of the great Fremersberg Mountain. A sign on the outskirts naming it Klosterl. Klosterl. I don't know, we'll call it Klosterl. Seeking a place to stable his horse and purchase provisions for the journey ahead, the Puritan trots into town. The streets are practically deserted, not something Kane would expect in a settlement at this time of day. There should be folk out and about in the streets, merchants plying their trade, children playing, craftsmen and traders at their workshops and stalls. An ill wind slams shutters and rattles the chains of shop signs, and Kane's horse snorts nervously. Plumes of vapor billowing from its quivering nostrils in the frigid air. Here and there a few people scurry indoors with all haste, rounding up children as they go. As his horse's hooves echo on lonely cobbles, people duck behind the frames of their windows at Kane's approach. Alright, so that's our story. We're riding into town. So, our objective is up here. We need to light his path. So, this tells us how many turns we have, so we'll set that up. We shuffle this whole darkness deck, and we draw 4 cards face down into a deck. And so that is our timer for this chapter. So we have 4 turns to light his path. It also tells us where we're going to start our virtue stat values. So the strength is going to be at 8. Strength is going to be at 8. Clarity is going to be at 6. Compassion is going to be at 6. And danger is at 3. Okay. So, at the end of 4 rounds, if Solomon's path is bright, which we need to get to 4 or 5, or 3, 4 or 5, I'll have to look it up. Basically, if we light his path enough, we go to one section. If we did not light it enough, we go to another. So let's go to that section of the rule book. Because I know if you light it enough, you get something. Okay, Solomon's path. There's 5 sockets. We need to place light on there. Okay, so if the total of light upon the path is 0 to 2, 0 to 2, the path is considered to be dark. If it's 3 to 5, then we've successfully lit the path. Now, in addition, if you succeed at lighting the path, we gain a bonus. So if we have 3 light on it, then we get 1 modification to this, our stat board. If we have 4 light, we get 2 modifications, and if we have 5 light, we get 3 modifications. Alright, cool. So, the way that we do this, I've already set up my board. Let's put this... So this is my deck. We'll put my deck over here. That way we can see this a little bit better. So, this is my player board. At the beginning, there's 8 total cards in your deck. And so, at the beginning, to set up, you deal into 2 separate piles of 4. Choose one of those sets of 4, and you put 1 into your left slot, 1 into your right slot, and hold the other 2, and the other 4 make up your deck. So I've got a deck of 4 that's shuffled. I've got my 3 permanent abilities that are printed on my board, and then I've got 1 ability in both my left and right hand. So now we just start, and I believe the first thing we do is darkness, but let me do this actually. Oh, maybe actually we do the darkness afterwards. Gosh, it's been a while. Been a while. When do we do this? Light. Test, numbers. Okay, yeah, so darkness goes last. Okay, cool. So, if I had any start of turn effects, I would do that now, I don't. So my base dice value is 3. So I roll 3 dice. Okay. So I got a filled in heart and 2 blank hearts. So, basically what I'm trying to do is put these, distribute them onto things so I can perform actions. Now, after you roll your dice, you can either flip one to its opposite side. So the opposite of a blank heart is a filled in heart, and vice versa. And then there's a circle and a spiky circle, and then there's a cross and a cross. So instead of me flipping it, I can re-roll or flip 1 die once. So I'm going to re-roll this blank, and I got a circle. So now I can I allocate my dice to actions. Yeah, 'cause I didn't get anything good. Wow, I'm not gonna be able to do anything. Bad roll. Now, I know I can hold dice for next turn. Sorry, this is what I meant by it's going to be a little bit of a teach and learn. It's just been a while. Okay, let's see. You may choose the other roll. Okay, then we could add any dice from our reserve, which we didn't have any. Allocate dice. Or into it, we could reserve it. Resolve any actions that were paid for. Only actions whose price was paid in full. Choose whether to keep or discard any remaining active cards from my left or hand. Okay, so basically any dice I don't put on into my reserve or onto a card are going to get discarded. Now if I put them into my reserve, they don't count towards my limit. So I think I'm going to do that, and I just don't, I'm not going to get anything done here. But it's okay, because I have 4 turns. So I allocate dice to my actions, which I didn't. There's no one to donate to, and then I put 3 into my reserve. Now I would resolve actions. I'm not resolving any actions. If I had used one of my 2 hands, it gets discarded, and I refill it from my hand and draw it. I can optionally also just discard 1 or any, I think. God damn it. Is it any? Is it any? If either or both of my left and right hand slots are empty, choose a card. But yeah, choose whether to keep or discard any remaining active cards. I like both of these cards, so I'm going to keep them. So I'm not going to draw back up. And then I do end of turn. So now the darkness takes a turn. So we draw 1 darkness card. We're only going to look at the top part because we're only in the story mode right now. So it tells us to do -1 clarity, -1 strength, or -1 compassion. So we get to choose here. Let's go clarity. We'll lose 1 clarity. Okay, so now it's back to us. So the first thing we do is start with turn effects. We don't have any. We get 3 dice. And now we can use these ones in our reserve. Okay. So now I can flip or re-roll. A cross is a wild, which is great. You just can't use more than 1 wild on a single thing. So I can reserve. I also got this. So this and this can go there. That's great. And then all 4 of these can go here. Yeah, so I'll just keep it. I'm not going to flip it or anything. So when you put them out, the cards are going to have a matching symbol to the dice. So those are the dice you have to put on them. So I'm putting an empty heart and a spiky circle there. This requires a filled in heart, so I will put that there. This one requires an empty heart, but I'm going to use a wild instead. This one requires a question mark, so it can be anything. So I put in a filled in heart and another question mark, so I'll put a circle. So I've allocated my dice. Now I can resolve them. So when I use finesse, this says add or remove a darkness card. So I can have, basically I can give myself an extra turn or give myself less time if I'm already at a point where I feel comfortable. Actually, you know what? Instead of doing this, I think I'm going to do this. So this is move 1 or place 1 light. So I think I'm going to place a light onto, I have 2 options. I can place them onto this track to light it, or onto one of my special abilities. So I'm going to place it onto my +1 die. So I get +1 dice every turn. And then with this one, I can place 2 more light, which is awesome. And I have to discard it. So I get 2 more light, and I think I will place those lights. Let's place them. I'm going to place 1 here. This gives me +X to all of my future tests. A test, or X is equal to the amount of light I have on this board. So right now I'm getting +2 to all my tests. And then I will place 1 light on the path. So these get cleared. I can optionally discard this. I'm not going to, I don't think. And we'll place that there. And I draw a card. Okay. Now it's the darkness turn. We've got -1 clarity. Again. If any of these hit 0, we lose. If they were to move off of that, we immediately lose the adventure. So that's back to my turn. Now I get to roll 4 dice. Okay. Now I can flip or reroll one die if I want to, but I don't think I will. Or let's flip this one. Okay. So I'm gonna put a circle here and a cross to get that one, and an empty and a cross to get this one. So I'm gonna move one or place one light. Let's place one light. And let's add a darkness card. Let's get one more turn so we can get the path lit, hopefully all the way. So these go away. This goes away. I can optionally discard this, which I will. I fill these slots. I drop to 2. Draw darkness card. +1 danger. Alright, danger goes up 1. If danger goes above 10. So if these 3 go to 0, we lose. If this goes above 10, we lose. Okay, back to me. 4 dice. So I got 3 crosses. If I flip that one, that gives me a light. And I hold that one. Now you can gain these little green cubes, which I don't remember what they do. What do they do? Luck. Luck can be used whenever a random number is revealed. By discarding a luck cube, you ignore the first one you draw and draw a new one. Okay. Not great. I mean, I think I'll re-roll a cross. I got a circle. Oh, actually, instead of re-rolling that, I'm just gonna flip this. No, that's fine. I did it. Whatever. Got a circle. Alright, so circle and a cross. And I think I'll store these 2 up here. So this gives me 1 light. Let's get one more light on there. These go away. I'm gonna choose to... Yeah, let's discard this and place this. Darkness goes. -1 compassion. Pink. And now it's us again. Okay, so I need this and that. No. Yes. Wait. So I want to do that and that, then that and that. So yeah, let's re-roll one of these. Got a heart. Okay, so I'll keep those here. And I have 2. This is move 1 or place 1 light. Let's place a light. And move 1 or sorry, -1 danger or place a light. I think I place another light. So these are done. This is gone. I'm gonna optionally, I should have discarded my hand. I'm gonna optionally discard this, fill these, reshuffle my deck. And now the darkness takes its final turn, and then we are done. Darkness. All virtues discard 1 active action card. Alright, so I gotta lose one of these cards. Let's lose this. Okay, so now that immediately ends the story phase and we check our outcome. If Solomon's path is bright, which it is, so not only is it bright, but we get 3 modifications down here. So, clear this off. I think we're gonna... I might just go down all the way to danger. Yeah, let's move the danger down 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we are going to 2A now. 2A. So this is a scene that we'll set up here in a second. Canvassing Cloesterle. This is the weirdest name. Kloesterle. Chloe sterile. Chloe is sterile. Cloesterol. Cholesterol. I don't know. Cloesterol. That's just what we'll say. Whatever, doesn't matter. K. Which is the town? I don't remember. I think it's the town we rode into. Yeah, it's a village at the foot of the great Fremersberg Mountain. A sign on the outskirts naming it Clostoril. Alright. Canvassing Clostoril. Continuing to the heart of the village, Solomon Kane at last locates the stables. There are no grooms or stable hands to assist him, or indeed take payment, so Kane dismounts and tends to his horse personally. Despite the agitation of the beast, Kane manages to calm his mount long enough to tether it in the stable and head out onto the streets to try to work out what has happened to this place. The atmosphere of dread lies heavy on the town of Clostoril, and Kane comes upon strange marks on the townhouses and storefronts, long gauges in the woodwork, as if a wild beast, such as a bear, had torn at the buildings. Should I say gouges? It says gauges. Maybe it's gouges. Long gouges in the woodwork, as if a wild beast, such as a bear, had torn at the building. But the marks were unlike any bear Solomon Kane had ever heard of. Perhaps a villager might provide the Puritan with answers, if he could but locate one in this ghost town. Okay. So, first thing we do is we got special rules, +1 clarity. Boom. We have discovery card 1300. So, unfortunately, oh no, I can't. That's okay. I guess I'll just not more reference it. So we get discovery card 1300, which we're going to read now. Manifestation of poltergeists. Villagers flee in terror from spectral beings with blazing eyes and rending claws that swarm about the streets, scratching at doors and turning over carts. With howling ferocity, the foul spirits exist in a flux, vanishing only to rematerialize elsewhere. In this chapter, poltergeists take the place of shadows. Shadows are like a mechanic, but now they're going to be poltergeists. Poltergeists act exactly like shadows for all intents and purposes, with the following additional rule. Whenever a poltergeist ends its movement on an area containing a villager, immediately remove all villagers and poltergeists from that area. So this remains in play. So these are going to give us some new rules. And we got to set up the map. So we need to get my map tiles. 16, 17, 21, 20, 21, 17, and 16. Alright, got our tiles. Get them set up. So all these darkness cards will shuffle back in, by the way. Okay. And now we've got 16B like this. We've got 17B like this. We've got 21A like this. So this is a little village, it looks like. And lastly, we've got 20B like this. Alright, this is our town. Now we need to stage some things. We've got a token here. We've got a token here. We've got some spawn points. Z goes here. Y goes here. And X goes up there. Then we've got some villagers. We've got a male villager here. And a male villager here. We've got Solomon Kane himself. Where are you, Solomon Kane? Oh. It's supposed to be the one with guns, but I grabbed the one with a stick. That's alright. You will be a stick. It tells me I get to start out here like this. We need a female villager right here. 2 more male villagers. Right here, right here, and 2 more female villagers. One's here, and then our first poltergeist is right up here. Okay. Here we are, we're all set up. We also need to get 10 darkness cards. So we can take an explore action as a stat and keyword. We can take an explore action on these exploration tokens. And we can also talk to the villagers. So our objective is to investigate the town. Now, we control Solomon Kane, and he needs to be within our aura to do anything. We need 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 turns. Right now, our aura is our spot and one adjacent spot. So we can move him, we can move ourselves. We can increase our aura by one size, and then we can do it up to 2 away. So this is, I'm gonna have to read some rules again, unfortunately. Map tiles and move. Basically anything that's a red spot we can't move into. Double lines, do we have any double lines? We do not. A move 1 will move a miniature to adjacent area. Yep. Okay. Each area can only hold as many physical stand. It can only hold as many as it can actually physically hold. Okay, so I'm an immortal and the poltergeists are immortals. So we just place them. Shadows can spawn onto the board during the chapter. Yep. 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 Once on the board, immortals move like other miniatures. One exception. 2 virtues can't be in the same spot. That's fine because we're the only one. And other immortals can either share an area or will be mutually destroyed when they enter the same area as one another. So basically, if a shadow enters my area, I gotta blow it up. And I get removed from the board. And then I can go back on. Okay. So there's a test that we can do. We've got Explore and Talk. Those are our 2 tests. So this is a way of resolving whether an obstacle is overcome or not. They're all done the same way. Fight, Talk, and Explore. Talk and Fight tests can be taken from Solomon Kane's surroundings. So he can talk to this villager from here because it's within his surrounding. Same with fighting. Exploration can only be taken from the same area as Solomon Kane. So if he wants to explore his 2 tokens, he needs to be in that area. Okay. Let's see. The first part tells you what type of test is allowed. And then there are modifiers. There's a different number. Scroll by the trigger. So basically I find that what is the base value? What is my base value here? Is it on this? Oh no. There we go. What is my base value? Oh, base values. Oh, it's listed on the card that triggers it. For example, if a virtue plays a card that says Fight 5. Oh, I see. So I could Talk, Fight, or Explore 0. That's my base value. And then I can modify it with my plus X to all tests. Some modifiers apply to all tests. If a nemesis is performing on the test at the current danger modifier, and shadows, basically for every shadow I believe around him, I get -1. Yeah. Okay. And then I draw a random number generator on the event. It will give me a number that I add to that. And we'll see if we pass. Now, I don't know. Okay, let's go for it. What are these rules? Rules are dumb. Okay, so our extra rule is that when a poltergeist moves, is gonna, if it moves into an area containing a villager, we remove all villagers and poltergeist from that area. Okay. Okay, alright. So, here we go. Starting by rolling 4 dice. I got 4 dice in my thing. Oh, these can modify it too. So strength modifies your fight. Clarity modifies explore. And compassion modifies your talk. Right now our clarity and compassion are both at 0. But if I were to fight somebody, I get +1. Okay, so this is what I rolled. Let's flip this to a regular circle. Because I want to add a light. So I can increase my aura. I mean, we could just have them talk right off the bat. Talk 4. I'd have to lose a compassion to do that. Or I could get move into the center a little bit since that cost me 3. If I move her here. Oh wait, I'm here too. Maybe I move her there. Yeah, let's do it. So yeah, let's oh, but I can't talk. No, let's just have him talk. I'm gonna save the die. So that. We'll save these 2 dice. I should have 2 cards at the end. Okay, so let's resolve these. I will place 1 light, like that. And then, talk, fight, or explore 0. Let's have Solomon Kane talk to the villager. Now, I want to get a 6+. I'm at a 3, and I pull an event card, and I believe that he gets, because he's a hero. Which stat does he get? He gets. Does it show here? Okay, here we go. Random numbers. Heroes. The right numbers for heroes. Now I'm assuming that Solomon Kane is a hero. So he gets the 3. So 3 plus 3 is 6. Now if we got up to 5, we would pull a certain card, but because we got a 6 plus, we pull a different card. So I'm going to pull D1304, see what happens. 1 brave soul. Only 1 villager will stay in the streets long enough to provide Kane with information. He quickly blurts out that Kane should seek out the monastery atop the haunted mountain, where the abbot, Hovarth, will have answers. So I believe this is an immediate thing that happens. It's got a lightning bolt. 1 virtue places a cross into their reserve. Alright. +1 strength, +1 clarity, or +1 compassion. So let's see. Maybe we do clarity. Let's do +1 clarity. Remove the villager from the board. Okay. Sandy, can you eat it not on the camera so it's not shaking? You're killing me, buddy. Come on, Bubba. You gotta eat it. Go on your bed. Go on your bed and eat it. She's like, why are you telling me this? I want to eat it here. Okay, remove the villager from the board and we get our first star because our outcome, at some point something's going to end this. Either if the time runs out or a card will tell us it's over. And if we want to get 5 stars. So we just have we just got our first star. This goes back in. So we could continuously pull this. Every time we talk to a villager, if we get a 6+, we'll pull that and get a star. So we want to talk to as many villagers as we can. Okay. So that was our talk 0. So now I can optionally get rid of this, which I will. We'll put these down. And I'm going to draw 2 cards. That part stays the same. Now we take a darkness turn. So I believe we're looking at the near me and the not near me. So this card has 2 separate sections. Sorry, yeah. This first story is gonna be a little slow as we get through it, because I don't remember how to play. Okay. What is a magic card? Darkness card. The near section of the card. This only applies during scene chapters, and only to miniatures that are in Solomon Kane's surrounding. Okay, so there are no miniatures in Solomon Kane's surrounding. So if there was, then a sentry would move 2, a scout would search, and a shadow would move 1. Okay, but there's nobody. So now we go to the far section. A sentry moves 1. We don't have a sentry. 2 scouts. So villagers are scouts. Each move east. Each move 1 east. So I get to choose. He can't move 1 east. He can move 1 east. So he'll move in here, and she'll move out here. So this is my non-surrounding area. Or actually, maybe I move her right there so I can talk to her. And then the northernmost scout moves 2 south. So that will be him. 1, 2. The farthest shadow moves 2 to threaten. So threaten, and by the way, he just moved into this guy's spot, so they're both removed. Threaten means he wants to be around me. In my surrounding area. And then all hunters move 1 and fight. He got removed, and then we spawn a new shadow in X, which is up there again. Now I can only have, because of I've got this so low, my danger track, there can only be at most 1 poltergeist on the board at once. So he does come back. And I think I did that right. We'll see. Let's look it up. Because we have a couple keywords. We got rabble, which I don't know what that means. Where is rabble? Rabble. Well, I guess we can look up what scout is. Can we look up what scout is? Scout. Scouts are reconnoitering an area looking for something or someone. Darkness and nightmare cards describe when and how far scouts move. Scouts move in cardinal directions. It's dictated by the compass, or move towards a defined target. In some chapters, scouts can search. Okay, so we just know that they're scouts. Although I don't know what rabble is. Which is weird. Villagers, enemies, rabble. Fuck it, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We gonna keep going. What's it on here? I don't think it is. No. Okay, let's start our next turn. So we start our turn. We're gonna roll 4 dice. Alright, we got a circle, a spiky circle, a filled in heart, and a cross. Now I can flip or re-roll one of these. But man, I kind of like exactly what I rolled. Right now, light's not getting me anything because I'm full. Oops. So there's no point in using it to get light. But I could use it to move. I can add or remove darkness. I want him to talk to her, I think. And then maybe I start moving. So this means this needs to go here. This needs to go here. I'm already at the lowest danger, so there's no point in doing that. So maybe I go 1. Oh, this is... Yeah, move. Maybe I do this so I can do them all. Because I can't assign more than... Wait. It's 3 of anything. This way, I can do all 3. Okay. So, first thing I'm going to do is, I can either place Providence onto the board, which she already is, or move her 1. Let's move her 1. Up to here. So we're done with that. We are going to move 1 or place a light. So whenever it says just move, I have to, that's for Solomon Kane. So I'm going to move him 1. And then I'm going to talk fighter explore 0. We're going to have him talk to this lady for a base of 3 plus 4 is 7. So we read the D1304 again. One villager will stay in the streets long enough to provide Kane, basically, that we should seek out the monastery atop the haunted mountain again. We get a cross into our reserve. We can do +1. Let's do +1. I mean, I guess let's go clarity. Remove the villager from the board. And then we get a star. 2 stars now. Alright. That's our turn. I can optionally discard these. I think I will. Okay, and here we go with darkness. Nearby, there is nothing nearby. Nobody's nearby me. So we're going to go to not nearby. 1 sentry moves 1. We don't have any sentries. 2 scouts. Each move 1 north. That's not good because they're going to move closer to the shadow. Let's move him there. And she'll move up there. The closest shadow moves 1 to threaten. Can we fudge this? Yeah, because he's going to go here. Then the farthest shadow moves 3 to threaten. So that's 1. He will stay apart, 1 away from me. He doesn't want to go into my spot because he just wants to threaten. And then we would spawn 1 on Z, but because we already have a shadow, we do not spawn him. So we avoid that. Okay. Now it's my turn again. So I'm getting my dice. I got 4 dice. Okay. Now the bad thing is, as soon as I move into there, I'm going to blow us both up. So I come back to the board, he goes away. I can't, if I move Solomon Kane into that spot, we draw an event card, which will be bad. So we don't want to do that. We want to move in before we move him, but then we can't move him. So that's not good. Maybe. Maybe we just move him in and just... Does the danger go up or something? I think the danger goes up a lot of the time from those cards. Shadows. I don't miss the darkness. Discovery cards, darkness cards, nightmare cards. Where's the shadows? Shadows 3137. Weird. I cannot find it. Checking the same areas engages them. Move the child with the top card. Okay. Yeah, you know what? Screw it. I don't want to leave the board. So let's just... I have a move 2 here. Let's move Solomon Kane 2. Let's reroll this. Okay. There's nothing to do with these. Oh wait, 1, 2 away. I could have him explore and try and get it. Yeah, let's do that. So as soon as we move in, we remove the shadow, or the poltergeist here, and we read an event card. Caustic Stab. 1 virtue removes all dice from their reserve. I don't have any. Ha. -1 clarity, -1 strength, or -1 compassion for each shadow in Solomon Kane's surrounding. That's none. So we got out lucky. So that's move 2. So that's 1 and 2. Now what do we need? We need to get a 6 on Explorer. So this is gone. And now we'll explore, because he's still within my aura of 2. So I can have him explore at a 0 plus 3. I gotta figure out if clarity is for exploration or for talking. I want to say clarity is for I mean, it makes more sense for us for exploration, right? Explore, add the clarity. Alright, so we're at +1 for clarity. So we are at 4 plus 3 is 7. So when we explore, I believe we remove the token. We got a 6+, so we get 1302. 1302, a familiar sign. Solomon inspects deeply worn claw marks gouged into the timber walls of a townhouse. He recalls a lost soul he once encountered, a thing of rage and rending talons that had to be properly laid to rest. So we get a blessing cube onto our cloud. We get +1 compassion, okay? We remove all expiration tokens from the board, and we get a star. So we're at 3 stars. So we need to talk to 2 more villagers here. And these guys are hanging out way over there. Hopefully they'll move towards us here. So I believe that's my turn. I'm going to discard, so as soon as that was empty, I needed to shuffle it. And I think I'm going to discard that at the end of my turn. Which means I put these 2 down, which means I draw 2. Okay. Alright, darkness. Within my surrounding area, we do have a scout within my surrounding area. They move west, so she's, I mean, I guess this is, no, I think she'd stay there. And then far away over here, 2 scouts each move 1 west. Alright, alright. The southernmost scout moves 1 north. The closest shadow, there aren't any 3 hunters, there's no hunters, and we spawn a shadow onto X. Wish she would be in Y or something. But it is what it is. Here we go. Back to me. We need to get 2 more stars. Or I'd like to. So we need to have him talk to 2 more people, which is going to be hard with that shadow there. But, yeah. Oh, that was just cross. Okay, so we can have him talk to her. So let's have him talk to her and then move back to me. So we'll do this. Oops. Alright, let's have him talk. Just gotta talk. Just gotta have a little talk. 3 plus 3, that is 6. So we got the 1304, which gives us +1 strength, +1 clarity, +1 compassion. Let's go compassion this time. Remove the villager from the board. Okay. And the other good news is the shadows can move towards me, so we'll get those villagers. And then I get a star. So we are at 4 out of 5 stars here. Let's go. Let's go. Stupid shadows. Alright, this is gone. And let's move him 1 towards me. And now we're done. So I can optionally get rid of these. I'm going to keep that one. Because we have a story next. Let's put this there. Move up to 2. Draw. Shadow. There's nothing nearby. So far away. 1 sentry moves. 2 scouts each move 1 north. Damn, that's annoying. Okay, let's move them all there. The farthest scout moves 1 towards Solomon Kane. Okay. The closest shadow moves 1 to threaten. Okay, he's threatening now. And that's it. No spawn. That's back to us. So we need to get him moving. We need to move as well. But we need to move him more. Okay. Oops. We have a move 2, which I want. But we need to roll. We have a move 1 if we need it. Let's roll one of these. We did not get what we wanted. That's okay. Okay, so we'll save these. And we'll just have a move 1 to here. Okay. So that's that. I think I'm going to keep both of these, so I'm not going to discard any. And we get to the darkness turn. Nothing's nearby. Nope. So farther away, 2 scouts each move 1 east. They can't move east. The farthest scout moves 1 towards Solomon Kane. The closest shadow moves 2 to threaten. 1, so he is threatening. And then the farthest shadow moves 2 to engage. So he is going to move into engage. There's nothing I can do about it. So this just disappears and we draw an event card. Fading Judgment. All virtues without their miniature on the board discard their right hand action card. That's cool with me. -1 compassion unless the justice miniature is on the board. Unfortunately, we are not the justice miniature. So that happens. And then it tells us we have to spawn another shadow. So these things basically just keep coming. The shadows just keep on coming. They can't stop coming and they won't stop coming. Back to us. Okay. I kind of like where I'm at now, that we can forcefully funnel him down here. We got enough turns. So I think I want to move myself. Let's reroll just to try and get across. We did not. So 1, we have doubles of this, 2, and 3. And we'll hold on to these. So I will move 1. No, I'll move down into this spot. So I can start having to move around. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Man, if I could have rolled a single cross open in a good spot, but I didn't. Okay. Nothing nearby me. So 2 scouts each move 1 west. They can't. Westernmost scout moves 2 east. Okay. Closest shadow moves 2 to engage, 1, 2. And that's it. We would spawn 1 on X, but we already have our max amount of spirits on the board. Back to us. Alright. Cross, baby. There we go. And now let's re-roll one of these. I got a heart. So we need to put a cross, a circle, a spiky circle. That's it. Move 2. And then we can have them talk. And we'll save these. So yeah, move 2, 1, 2. And that's gone. And then let's have them talk. So our compassion is at, it went back down. So we're just at a base of 3. Plus 2. Oh no. So we only got 5 that time. D1303. Fear reigns. The villagers are too afraid to stop and speak to the Puritan. They warn him to leave the village while he can. Remove the villager from the board. Oh wait, what's this white cube? Can I manipulate that? This is blessing. Or mercy. One time use resource that's stored on the cloud. It can be used by any virtue. Used during step 5. Each mercy cube can be used instead of one of the dice requirements for an action. Oh, I see. So it's a wild die. Okay, well, don't help me here. Oh, this is nasty. Move a poltergeist 3 to engage. 1, 2. He's gonna move on to my spot, so we both blow up. So I'm back here, so I gotta spend more dice to get on the board. And then we spawn a poltergeist at X. No! I just have to talk to one more. Alright. Well, that sucked. Damn, there's nothing I can do about that? I don't think there's anything I can do about that. The stupid thing knocked my compassion down by 1. I would have had it. Oh, wait. Wait. Oh, no, wait. Yeah, that's right. I think I only get to read the middle. I get the middle one? No, I get the right one. Never mind. I got a +5. Alright, no. Where are you, stupid poltergeist? You're here. And we're here. And this lady is here. So we got 1304. Okay. So all virtues get a cross. Give us our cross. +1 strength, +1 clarity, or +1 compassion. Let's go. Are you still here, Robbie? I'm trying to decide. Do you think we're gonna fight anything? Like, do you think I need to pump up the strength? Or do you think we're gonna be exploring more? Or do you think we're gonna be talking more? I'm thinking exploring. I mean, there's obviously something. Should we pump our strength, pump our clarity, or pump our compassion? We must prepare for battles. Alright, strength it is, up to 9. We remove the villager from the board, and we get our 5th star. And that ends, if there are 5 stars, then we end the scene. So we were able to talk to enough villagers before the poltergeist scared them away. So we go to our outcome. If the result is 5 stars, we go to 3A. Alright, let's check out 3A. That's 2B. Always down for strength. Alright, 3A. So, we are now back onto a story rather than a scene. So this is gone. So basically we've talked to some villagers who are getting spooked by some poltergeists. And they told us we have to go up to a mountain. Actually, let's just read exactly what it says. He quickly blurts out, so we should go seek the monastery atop the haunted mountain where the abbot, Hovarth, will have answers. So that's all we know. They're getting spooked. We gotta go to the monastery. So let's shuffle up this event deck. Maybe shuffle up the darkness deck. I need to put that discovery card back. And that's 1300. Okay. Alright, we are now on chapter 3A story, The Haunting of Closestole. Solomon Kane learns that there lies a Franciscan monastery on the slopes of Fremersberg Mountain, and that the abbot, Hovarth, may have an answer to the poltergeist problem. With his investigation of Closestole complete, it is time for the Puritan to leave. Incorporeal spirits range through the streets, overturning carts and attacking villagers. While his mortal weapons do not affect the creatures, the strength of Solomon's faith seemingly disturbs the spirits. Yeah, God. Who will shy away from Kane, if only for a moment. Kane knows even this mild protection will not last, and so hurries what people he can inside, before he hurries to the stables, where his horse is obviously agitated by the chaos outside. Speaking soothingly to his mount, he gives free rein to the beasts as they thunder up the steep, winding path to the monastery. The monks will have the answer to end these horrors, if anyone does. Okay, so, we're back in the story. We got 4 turns to light his path up the mountain. You do have special rules. All virtues place 1 circle in the reserves. I don't have space in my reserve. I could get rid of it. I mean, sure. Let's do it. Okay. If strength is 7+, which it is, we get a light onto our path immediately. I like that. If clarity is 7+, which it is, we get another light. Love it. Okay. So we got 4 turns. We got to get 3 more light. And also at the end of the turn, I should have put this down. I will draw a card. And here we go. I need 4 dice. Okay. I mean, I think we're going to get it right here. So this is that. We need 1 of each heart. Question mark and a question mark. That's 3 light. We'll be at max. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll put 3 light on there. And the bad thing is, this still gets to mess with us for 4 turns. But I do have we can subtract a -1. Sometimes the darkness cards make you remove light. Let's do that. Okay. Darkness. -1 clarity. Okay. That does. Let's re-roll. We want the open heart and this. I'm wondering if we're gonna have to talk to the people at the monastery, and if compassion will be helpful or not. Well, for now, I guess it doesn't matter because we can just hold on to 3. We'll spend these 2. Add or remove a darkness. Let's remove a darkness so we can shorten this. Oh, this should be shuffled already. Okay. And I will put down this. Draw 1 card to the darkness. All virtues must remove 1 die from their reserves. Sure. It's fine with me. We'll roll 4. Is there anything we want to do right now? We could lose a compassion to gain 2 blessing or 2 mercy. I think we just sneak in this cross, call it a day. I'll keep these there. And we've got all virtues, discard the right hand action card. Done. Done. We replace it. No, we don't replace it because that's after that. And now we check our outcome. We have fully lit his path with 5, so we get 3 modifications. So we're going to give you that strength you want. Pop it to 10. We get 2 more modifications. Let's get clarity and compassion both to 7, so we're getting a modifier on both. And we are going to 4A. The monastery. After the headlong flight from the village, Solomon Kane's mount eventually calms down, allowing the Puritan to rein the beast in. Flanks heaving with exertion, Kane slows the animal to a leisurely walking pace, and it soon recovers its form. Throughout the morning, they ascend the southern slope of Fremsburg Mountain, following a winding, steep track. Noon sees Kane halfway up the mountainside, where he arrives at an ancient monastery clinging to the slopes. Monks in simple brown robes with cords knotted at the waist, Franciscans, permit him entry to the courtyard where he tethers his horse. He attempts to speak to them, but they shake their heads and point to their mouths, indicating that they have taken a vow of silence. He is pointed to the main building where, if he understands correctly, he will find monks who will speak to him. Kane pushes open the heavy wooden doors, permitting a shaft of weak winter sunlight to pierce the candlelit, incense-heavy gloom within. The creak of the doors disturbs the monastic silence, and monks raise the cowled heads from prayer to regard the Puritan. "I wish to speak with your abbot," says Kane. Alright, so we got a scene here. We're causing a scene here. So let's pull out, actually let's set it up first. So we need tiles 1, 13, and 29. I'm going to get a drink before we play. 1. Shit. 29. Do we have a 13? I don't have a 13. Did it tell me to pull out a 13? Oh, sure. 13. 13. Alright. So, we need 13B, like this. 1B, like this. Damn, this is a nice monastery. Got like silk blankets and stuff. Alright, 29B looks like this. Okay. So we need a cross token right here. We need a filled in heart right there. X, Y, and Z. Y is here. X is there. Z is here. We got the abbot. I already know it. The abbot's gotta be bad. The abbot's always bad. A hooded monk is here. A regular monk, not hooded. I get to start on the board. Solomon Kane gets to start on the board. And a poltergeist gets to start on the board. And we need 9 turns set up. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 9 darkness. We also need cards 1305 and 1300. Is that right? Is that right here? These aren't villagers, so... The way is barred. I guess we're supposed to do it in order. Solomon Kane tries the door to the abbot's chamber, only to find it locked, seemingly by multiple mechanisms. He tests the lock, then scans the room. There must be a way in. Solomon Kane cannot enter the abbot's surroundings as long as this lock is on the board, the cross. When the lock or cross is removed, the door is unlocked. Solomon Kane may try to force the door open with brute strength by taking a fight test when he's in the same area as the lock. I mean, our strength is pretty good. After taking the fight test, reveal D1306 for the result. Okay, so we don't know if we're going to do well there. And then I guess if a shadow enters the same area as a monk, they go away. Is what I'm reading here. So let me get a drink, and we'll be right back, folks. All right, 1 sec. Oh yeah. Alright. Now, the bad thing about this game is that there's a metric fuck ton of errata. And I have it stored on my phone, I just can't look at it. So I don't know if this is the right card. It seems like it might not be, but we're just going to roll with it. So we do have some special rules. When resolving this chapter, we're going to modify Solomon's stats by 1 for each darkness card remaining in the darkness deck. So I'm assuming that means negative. So we're at -9 to all of our tests right now, which is terrible. So we basically have to stall. We do have some keywords. Our monk we can talk to, and our hooded monk we can talk to. Our objective, though, is to speak to the abbot. And our outcome is revealed through a discovery, but if other, we proceed to 5e. So I'm assuming if we knock down this door to go talk to the abbot, then we'll be good to go. Okay. Well, what's this heart thing up there? We don't know. I guess it doesn't matter though, because once we're through a couple turns, we're just gonna bash this down because we're at +3. We're at +6. So I think we just knock the door down and hang out until then. Don't let the shadows come in. Okay, yeah, let's do that. That sounds like a plan to me. Sounds like a plan. High five. All right. Here we go. Bada bing, bada boom. So, we want him to move. So we need a circle. Oh, we don't have either of those. I guess we re-roll this. Jesus! I mean, if we don't move him, we're definitely going to get an event. Let's use our mercy. And a cross. And, I mean... Yeah, maybe we spend 1, 2, 3, and also move Providence. Or sorry, yeah, Providence. So we'll move him 1. And then we'll move her. Do we move her 1? No, we don't. We just leave her in there. So we could gain 2 more cubes, but we lose a compassion. I kind of want that to talk if we're going to talk. So I think we don't do that. I think we just put these in here, pitch these, get rid of this, and I'm going to get rid of this, put both of these down, draw 2. We will now do a card. There is something nearby, but I don't believe, where's the card? Yeah, we don't have any sentries or hunters or anything. So farther away, the farthest shadow moves 2 to threaten. 1, 2. And then we'd spawn on Z, but our danger's at 1, so we don't spawn. Okay, so now our modifier is -8. Holy hearts. Let's roll one of these again. Okay. Man, I wish there was a fight on here. Like a fight 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 minus 8. We'd probably still get it. Well, let's definitely move him down to this spot. Now the shadow's just gonna have to run into our spot. I guess we could move her too. Yeah, let's move her as well. Serve and protect. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. We'll leave those 2 there. Let's leave. Let's put this down. Shuffle this up. Darkness turn. There's nothing nearby, so the closest shadow moves 2 to threaten. Closest shadow moves 1 to engage, but instead we'll both blow up. Then he spawns on Z. So I need to get back on the board here. Which is pretty easy. I only need 3 dice to do it. So I'll just do 1, 2, 3. Pop on the board here. Lock that in. Call it a day. Ooh. Huh. I'm going to put her here, actually. And then I'm going to spend 2. Oh, I can't spend those, though. Okay, yeah, I'll leave her there, though. Alright. 1 scout. 1 shadow moves 1 to engage. He comes in, we both blow up. And now he spawns on X. Okay, that will at least buy us a turn. Back to us. 4. Holy goodness, we got 4 crosses? I don't want it. Jesus. Alright, well, let's spawn her. That's all I can do. I'm not allowed to use 2 crosses for other things. So I will spawn her here. We'll waste a cross. That's it. We've got farthest shadow moves 2 to engage. That's it. So now we're down to minus. We're down to -5. There we go. Now, how can we do this? We need way more than what I have. Okay, let's do this.
There we go. Okay. So I could do this, that, and that, but we need to move them one first, which we can with that. But it will be at -1 from the shadow. So it'll be at 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, but it's -1 strength. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. -1 is 8. 7, 6, 5, 4. He'll be at 3. We get to draw a card. Man, I wonder if we just wait one more turn. I still will move him into our spot. So yeah, let's save this. And I have this too. Is this worth doing? Explore. No. We'll just lose it. Okay. Here he goes. Darkness. Nothing. He is adjacent, so nothing happens actually, because he's nearby. So nothing. Back to us. All right, Robbie, you feeling it? Do we risk it here? We'll be at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. And then we get a random number, which can be anywhere from like 1 to 7. Do we kick down the door? I'll shut the blinds while you decide. Risky time? Risky for the biscuit? Alright. Let's risk it. Alright. So, we need to put this here. I get to flip a die. Let's flip this die. Put that there. Put that there. That there. That there. So we're gonna... Oh, we don't even need them to move. Oh, we only need to use these. I guess we could have them talk first, though. Oh, no, wait. Is that an actual cross? Okay, yeah, we could have them talk. Afterwards. Should we have them talk first? Let's have them talk. Maybe we'll get the bad number out of the way. Oh no, something bad might happen. No, let's just have them fight. Alright, so we have to lose a strength. Cashing this in. We're at a fight 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Alright. We pulled a 4. We're at 8, and it says, it's on here, right? After taking, so we had a total of 8. We revealed D1306. No give. Solomon Kane tries the door to the abbot's chamber only to find it locked, seemingly by multiple mechanisms. He tests the lock and scans the room. There must be a way in. Alright, if the fight result was 0 to 5, it wasn't. 6 to 14, it was. The door judders. The door judders in its frame but does not give. All virtues place 1 spiky circle into our reserve. Ugh. So we need 15 to bust this door down. We need 15? The only thing that doesn't make sense to me is that... I guess the other thing is we'll just run out of time. We got 15? 3, 4, 5... Damn, that's gonna be hard. That seems... I guess we could talk, too. Maybe they'll give us some help. Alright, well... I don't get anything. Okay, that's our turn. Here they come. And it's actually not gonna move. So back to us. Oops. I guess I should have put. Let's discard this and then try and get that card back at some point here. There's no, I guess I can just try and have them talk. I might as well. Nothing else to do, right? Have them talk. See what happens. Alright. Yeah. So he's at 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Base of 0. We got a 5. We're talking to the hooded monk. Up to 5, D3, or D1309. Dang it, we got 6 open. Ticket. A secret entrance. The abbot will speak to nobody, Puritan, says the monk with an air of finality before returning to his ecclesial duties. All virtues discard all crosses from their dashboards, and we spawn a shadow. Why? Gross. Who told me to do that? Gross. Ugh. Okay, that's terrible. Wish I had gotten a 6. Oh wait, did I count the 1 from that? I did. Damn it. Alright, let's pop these away. Throw these out. Do this. Alright. Darkness. Alright, so this shadow's gonna move in, which I'll pop on that. Then, again, I'm not gonna do that one. Okay, here we go. All virtues remove 1 die from their reserve, plus 1 danger. Uh-oh, plus 1 danger. Okay. And then we spawn 1 on X. Alright, I need to get back on the board here. So I think I just get on the board. I'll save this cross. That's it. We're gonna discard these 2. Put those in. So I think I'm gonna run out of time right here. Because there's no way I can get a... There's no way I can get a 15. I'll have a plus 4. And I need 3 to get on the board. I mean, I could try it. I could get on the board and fight at 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, minus 1 is 4, and I need to get to 15. I might as well just talk at this point. 1. Man, that's fucking hard. That is hard. Ain't messing around with that. Okay, well, I mean, there's nothing I can do, so let's talk. Let's talk it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, minus 1 is 3, plus 4 is 7. That's enough to get us D1308. A secret entrance. Solomon Kane relates the events of the haunting of whatever close roll to a hooded monk who tells Kane he cannot admit him to the abbot's chamber, but knows of a secret entrance. Gain plus 1 clarity. Place a light. I don't know where we place the light. Sure. Remove the hood. Put a dude. Place an entrance onto this spot. Ah, so it was something. When in the same area as that, Solomon Kane can search for the hidden door by exploring up to 5. Okay. They get to go. And I think we'll have 1 more turn here. Or no, I think this is it. I think we lose after this. So he's going to move in to threaten. And now I think we lose, unfortunately. That was hard. How are we supposed to do that? Alright. That seems pretty hard. Right? How are we supposed to get 15? Whatever. Doesn't matter. Proceed to 5E. Alright, we're getting our first bad thing, I imagine. 5E. Kane rebuffed. Solomon's frustration is evident for all to see. He finds himself rebuffed by the monks of the Franciscan monastery, unwilling to deal with Kane's attitude and demeanor. His passage to the abbot is denied, and the Puritan finds himself turned away. Unable to gain any further insight into what is really happening here, the problem of the haunted mountain will prove an intractable one, set to plague the future generations of Clostrel. Mounting his steed, Kane takes one last look at the monastery before he makes to leave and catches sight of the abbot watching his departure from the utmost window. With a cautious nod towards him, Solomon turns his steed and leaves, feeling deep within his bones that there is more going on within the ancient stone walls than meets the eye. Major defeat. What? Oh no, did we lose the thing? Oh, it says it's still going. Oh! We're still going. Well, we lost. So, that's it. Here's a little bit better view of kind of what we're seeing. We cannot break into the abbot's chambers, so we got turned away. R.I.P. Solomon. Solomon! Saruman Kane. So, that's it. It's pretty simple once you actually start playing. It's been a while. So that's a major defeat. We're only about halfway through, so who knows what's happening. Saruman Kane, the mashup Collins deserves, yeah. So I'm going to have to play this one again at some point because I want to win. Although I just don't know how we could win that. That seems so... Well, next time I'm going to bump up my compassion to the +3. And that's it. I'm going to see if there's any errata, too. I just couldn't check it on my phone. I bet there is. Because that seems like it's really hard. We had our stat to the max. To the max. And even if we drew a 7, right? Because we had 4, 5, 6, 7. No, sorry. 6, 10... I think the highest the card can draw is 7. So I guess we could have done it at 17. But it is what it is. Here, I'll give you a shot of Sandal. Say hi, Bubba. Say hi. Oh, you're so cute. You eating your bone? You eating your bone? Yeah. All right. Say bye, everybody. Say bye. Say bye. All right. See you later.